starting the call. So let's start from the ecosystem, Citadel.one ecosystem news. So as you know, we are currently aiming towards Ethereum virtual machine. Our developers have started integrating some of the layer 2 solutions. They include Optimism, Arbitrum, and Polygon. All of them are going to be integrated either today or tomorrow. So they are all optimistic rollups, and they are helping Ethereum scale. So this is why we have chosen to integrate them in the first place. And so here I have found some of the benefits of layer 2. So they have lower fees. As you know, Ethereum has terrible fees for now, while they are not on proof of stake. They also maintain security and expand use cases. We are hoping to include many use cases from those networks as well. First will be Uniswap, perhaps, working on that right now. And we also are planning on integrating Oasis Network. Finally, Oasis Network is also, as many of Cosmos networks, it's based on Tendermint, but not really a part, like as a whole, of Cosmos ecosystem. But still, we felt it important to integrate. Sorry to Secret Network guys.
No, they've been within the market for quite a lot of time already, though they don't have this governance module as far as I know. And I'm pretty sure they don't have auto restaking as well, so they are the benefit of both worlds. So they're not entirely Cosmos guys. So it might be diversification. They have their own audience, and it will be cool to get them introduced to to the cool world of Citadel.one. So yeah, definitely. We've been working on it for quite a lot of time already.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if they already have any smart contracts there on Oasis, any applications.
Oh yeah, me neither. I mean, maybe in terms of development, there's still proceeding phase, but yeah, it's good to have options, right? And we've been asked for a lot of time already to get this integrated. We got some Rose fans,
so. Also, I'm seeing Oasis in some researches from time to time. Like some of their team members are professors in the universities, and they're always talking about privacy, how it's important. But so far, that's all I know about them.
But yeah, see, the Dawn Song, who's a co-founder, she actually is is a Berkeley professor, and they are running series of educational materials for DeFi, not only in Berkeley but also outside for just general folks. So you can get a sign up for that and receive some education. That's pretty cool. They also had some female leadership products, so that's pretty interesting to get into.
Okay, there you go. Okay, moving forward, we have finally released applications on our mobile app. So here on the screen, you can see the whole list of applications. They include PancakeSwap, Uniswap, Osmosis, Cosmos Governance for Juno, Osmo, and third network, Cosmos. Yeah, Cosmos, of course. P-Stake, XCT Governance, also users will be able to submit proposals via mobile app, which is pretty cool. SafeChain and AutoRestake. I have already tried most of them. They work pretty well. I have tried Osmosis. I have tried voting on a proposal in Cosmos. I've tried AutoRestake in Evmos. Yeah, everything seems to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I've been excited for this one because the cross-platform thing for Citadel.one is huge, and it's been our value, like core value, since the very beginning. So having this on the go, it would be just awesome. And see, like a lot of projects was building, like use cases, having those products. They not all like always focus on the mobile version. Meanwhile, a lot of traffic is going through mobile. We know a lot of traffic for Osmosis going through Cotton Station Wallet, as well as while they're busy building the web version, we can provide this cool functionality both on web and mobile just for Citadel.one users. So we find it pretty cool.
Agree, 100%. And I might be wrong, but all the applications on the right side, I think they are unique for mobile experience. I'm not sure if auto restake is. Yeah, I'm not sure if auto restake is available on any mobile device. I mean, in any application like on Kepler. If I'm wrong, please let me know, guys. I'm 100% sure
To my
that
knowledge.
I'm 100% sure that SafeChain is having its first mobile app, and Pistake as well.
Yay. Yeah. So now we're going pretty cool. But actually, like Pistake is going to be updated, I guess. They're updating the logic itself, so we probably need to rebuild it without the ERC20 tokens once they're fully on their own network. So it's going to be even more useful. And see, it gives us a lot of opportunity to build more cross chain and cross use cases that are basically meta use cases like super swap. I'm personally very excited for super swap on mobile.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I'm also waiting for. Okay, and wrapping up with Citadel.one news. Just today, we have reborn our Korean and Japanese communities all in one day. We are finally having both community managers and translators for our web platform and mobile app. So, guys, if you are from Korea or from Japan, you can now join our communities and discuss all your topics and seek support in your native language. So I will add links to this file later after the call, so you'll be able to find the links here. Okay, now
which also means we'll probably have the translation for the platform itself, which is also expanding the regions we cover for Citadel.one. So it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, absolutely. This is coming. Oh, yeah, and French translation for web platform is already, thanks to our community manager and translator, Romain. I think he's online here today.
Yay, cheers to him.
Yeah, cheers. Okay, and now we are slowly moving to topics around Cosmos ecosystem and not only. And as it was on the first call, we first discuss governance topics. And the first one that I found interesting is proposal on Secret Network to fund a crowdfunding platform. So right now, what's the point of this proposal is that right now users can be funded only via grants by secret labs or by community fund. And as far as I know, it's not accurate number, but half of the proposals get rejected, though some community members can support it. But visions of validators and main secret developers can be different. So this is why there is a crowdfunding platform proposal was created by some team. I don't have any other thoughts about that. Generally, crowdfunding platforms is cool. I don't know if there is any on Cosmos so far. If you know any, just let us know in the chat. Rina, what do you think about such thing?
I think there is one platform being built I've met those guys on the Nebulary Summit, but I forgot the name honestly. It's actually Quasar, I guess. They're building something like that. So it's pretty cool having this kind of type, in the Cosmos ecosystem. And definitely cheers to Secret Network. I'm a huge fan.
Okay. Next topic I would like to discuss with all of our guests. It's minimum validator commission for this time. It's for fetch. I'm not sure, guys, if you are Stakely, if you are validating fetch, but it's just a general topic for many networks. Same was in Cosmos. What's your opinion about like a floor of commissions? Do you think it's good for ecosystems or not? Maria, maybe you have any ideas on that?
Yeah, thank you. Well, thank you. First of all, congratulations for all the updates on Citadel.one. And regarding this topic, we don't validate for FedChai, but of course we think that the validator commission set to 5% can do a lot for the blockchain, because nowadays, as you have mentioned there, most people choose 0% validators with zero commission, and that can help a lot of validators that want to start validating the blockchain and want to help decentralizing the blockchain. So I think that a minimum commission must be set, just to assure like those validators can afford the cost of the node and everything that is behind. So yeah, I so for it. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Maria. And Robo, what do you think about floor for commissions?
To be honest, I'm a little torn. Like I would say if a new blockchain is launching, you should absolutely launch with a minimum commission. 5% is a great number. But to take one that's already established and to switch from a no floor to having a floor, I think that does disadvantage new validators that are trying to bootstrap, and it favors larger validators, which does make it difficult. But that said, it also creates this issue where now it's a race to the bottom, right? People are competing for delegations, and larger validators are losing money. And larger validators also have a lot more infrastructure to maintain. That's kind of mostly why I kept out of the debate over the Cosmos minimum commission, because I'm torn. I feel like there are really good arguments on both sides.
Okay, thanks guys for your inputs. Rina, do you have any comments and thoughts about that?
Oh yeah, it's been a kind of controversial topic since the very beginning. As soon as people all like often use it as a marketing campaign. They have those like in the name tags like zero commission until 2000 whatever, and then sometimes it happens that voters try to raise it up, and without this lack of communication just in the blockchain sphere in general between the staker and the validator, they won't be able to find out until they come and check. So this is also a decent point to consider. Meanwhile, I totally agree with the I'm sorry, I cannot RoboMcGobo or whatever. What was the name?
Yeah, you're right, RoboMcGobo.
You can call me Robo.
Yeah, Robo. It's okay. So you totally agree on the the general growth in the newly launched networks, but it should be definitely limited to a certain extent. So, and I mean, I'm not like pro imposing commissions like 5% at minimum though, because it actually also turns people apart of the specific networks, because it's a lot of out of a commission, and sometimes people just want to cut the costs and everything, and for the casual user it's sometimes a crucial for choosing this token to stake. So yeah, I mean, it's been controversial, and happy to have this kind of input.
Okay, thanks, Rina. I also have thought on this topic while reading about it, about Fetch and about Cosmos. What I have against is really if we think about networks like Ethereum or Bitcoin, nobody needs a certain input from validators, like social input, like developments, to be a validator. Yeah, and they just validate. This is their contribution. But because in Cosmos networks we have like 80, 100, or 150 active nodes, you have to do something. Yeah, you can just validate network. But if you are forced to do something, this can create noise in communities, which is pretty senseless sometimes. It can you cannot just validate. Yeah, this is why you will be losing delegations if you don't do anything, just validating. So I think this is a big point against commission floor. But yeah, let's see how it unfolds. While that, let's move to another topic. This is not on chain yet. Claw back all unclaimed Juno to community pool after the halving event. I don't know. I don't remember who submitted this topic, but I must say, like, my personal opinion is just 1 year passed, and those tokens were airdropped to an address already. There is no there is no game in it. You don't have to claim them, as far as I remember. So I think 1 year is not really enough to claw them back. In 5 years, when Juno is somewhere in the sky on the moon, and it costs like lots of money, people who were in Cosmos ecosystem will go see their tokens, though they haven't performed any actions in their wallet, and will see that they have zero. I think that might be a bit disappointing for them. If you guys have any other opinions, you're welcome to voice them here.
Okay, so in my personal opinion, I think maybe I agree. I some kind of agree, but I would do it maybe not all in 1 year, maybe progressive. Like, for example, 25% of the total amount maybe could be burned or could be addressed to the community pool. But, like, for example, in 1 year, and in the second year, the other 25%, maybe. I don't know. That's something that has to be discussed, but I would be found it okay. Like, I some kind agree and some kind not.
Yeah, I see what you mean. That's the thing that Evmos has made. I don't exactly remember how much time has passed since their airdrop, and right now it's decreasing block by block. Like every block time or every second, maybe the claim amount is decreasing. So yeah, maybe just burning 25% or so can be a good solution here.
Yeah.
There is precedent for something like this, right? Osmosis did this, clawed everything back to the community pool. I do kind of agree that a year is kind of a short period of time. Obviously, Osmosis wasn't even around for a year when they did it, but at the same time, we're in this bear market, and we're in a period of time where development on Juno is really ramping up. So I think having a strong community pool, would be nice to help fund things like that. And when the next bull cycle comes, Juno might be pretty well positioned because of this decision to hit the ground running.
Yeah, thanks for the input. Yeah, I actually forgot that Osmosis unclaimed tokens were claimed back. I don't remember how many tokens there was, but okay, it replenished the community pool, so I guess it's good, and there was not much noise around that. Okay, unfortunately,
Yeah, I hope it won't be like subject to looting or something. It will be also spent to contributions valid. Oh, by the way, we've just built the Juno application for testing the smart contracts, which is gonna be live like shortly. We're testing last minutes of testing. So yeah, I've been reporting about this in my Twitter. But yeah, that's gonna be dope.
Oh, cool. Okay, so will it be for Juno developers to test smart contracts or to develop them?
Yes. No, it's basically a testing framework. So this idea came up to us with Secret Network because it's been very difficult to test out SNP 20s and SNP other contracts, because of the generation of union keys thing and everything. So and at a certain point, I was talking to Demi, as the cool guy from Juno and Snakefish, and we found out they're gonna be launching this hackathon for Juno, and this is a brilliant idea to have this kind of framework just ready for testing of the smart contracts right away from the hackathon. And then we found out it can be really a good contribution to the ecosystem in general. So yeah, so this is almost live and can be more proud of it.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Rina, for some alpha from the background of Citadel.one. Okay, this is all on the interesting governance topics that I wanted to discuss today. We will come back to Osmosis Support Lab proposal a bit later, and now I'd like us to take a look at how many stablecoins are brewing up in Cosmos ecosystem. I have counted 4 that are currently on people's minds. The first one is CMST from Condex. This will be collateralized stablecoin, censorship resistant, and so on and so on. They will be developed by Harbor Protocol. So I will send the file with these articles to the chat if you want to read more about that. Have collected some of the interesting things. The second one is here. This is the alpha screenshot from Dodgemos. So USDC is coming to Osmosis, and it looks like it's coming pretty soon, which is awesome. And
it's a bag, basically, right?
Sorry?
Because I think it's a bag because it is actually like using the Axelar bridge. So it's not like developing a stable coin, right? It's a bag, basically.
Yeah, but it will have like a native interface in Osmosis. Yeah, okay. They're not developing it for sure. Though I've heard some talks that use USDC, not USDC, but that they're developing some native stablecoin on Cosmos, and it was Euro as far as I remember. But yeah, this is the pack version.
I do think so that like e-money has Euro, like it's basically a stable coin, and also I know the Agoric ones is IST or something. Yeah, right. And also Kujira is building something like stable coin.
Yeah, for sure.
And Silk, of course. I mean, Silk is a privacy preserving stablecoin.
I have included Silk here, and I named it Stablecoins on Secret. And there is a proposal from Guy Ziskind to include another stablecoin on Secret Network. developed not by a protocol, but I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. So the main disadvantage is having new model a part of the secret code base network. This is like some stable coin that is integrated as a model to the network. If any of you online knows what this means, please voice your voice over or write in the chat. Yeah, Rina, you wanted to comment on this?
Yeah, I guess I think we discussed this one, but yeah, I think we need to dig deeper into this one. Actually, it's still because Silk is it's natively SNP20 token. And that's the only way he can keep the privacy and everything. I believe maybe there should be just like a general token for for a stable coin within the secret ecosystem, not like it's SNP20 or something. Maybe something different, but yeah, don't take my words for granted. It's just it's just some speculations I have.
Yeah, I read the forum thread by Guy Ziskin and people who were like voicing their opinions on it, and it seems like for now this proposal is not going through because there are too many questions about the stable coin, about the risks and decentralization, and so on and so on. So I'm not sure if it's coming or not. Then I have also included an interesting thread by Shade team by Carter about stablecoin trilemma. Unfortunately, we don't have time to discuss this now, as it's already time to move to our guests. I will briefly name some of the other interesting news and announcements that I have picked up. So the first one is that Interchain testnet has started, which is pretty cool. Really looking forward for Interchain accounts, security, and so on and so on. We talked about it the last time. Then Stride mainnet is live. I think it was live just yesterday. I have included the thread here if you want to read more about Stride. And unfortunately, Quicksilver launch has been postponed. I think they have gone through an auditing, and they have found some vulnerabilities, and they will be fixing all this. So unfortunately, it's on hold for now. Okay, and
the Stride product is not launched yet as well, so we still have some time to get prepared.
Yeah, staking. I think staking is not launched on Stride, but the
the
chain
product,
itself.
the main product is not
the main
launched.
product. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and one airdrop that I included here is Stake Easy. It's also staking liquid staking solution. It will be airdropped to Secret and Juna stakers. 57% distributed to community. Pretty cool. Okay, looking forward. How you will read the details in the link here. So once I upload the link to this file. Okay, now we are moving to our guests. Again, guys, thanks for being here with us. And we will be starting with Robo. Now, Robo, can you, you already introduced yourself. Now, can you introduce your team, like Osmosis Support Lab in more details, like who you guys are, how did you get to know about Osmosis, how you came here, and so on?
Yeah, sure. So just for a little background, Osmosis has a community-funded 24/7 support network that operates in its various channels: Telegram, Reddit, Discord, as well as the dedicated Osmosis support website, which I'll get back into a little bit later. But that is funded via community proposals to a multi-sig wallet controlled by 5 multi-sig signers. And we call that the Osmosis Support Lab. I'm one of the 5 signers on the wallet. I helped co-found the support lab with my other 4 co-signers. A little background on me: I've been involved in Cosmos for several years. Actually, I'm a Cosmos native, right? I didn't come from Ethereum or Bitcoin or any of those other ecosystems. I started out on Cosmos. I found out about Osmosis, and I just loved what I saw. I've been around since day one. Joined the Discord and just started providing some support there in my free time. This was back when Osmosis was, super young, and really the support requirements weren't very high. So, just answer a couple questions in Discord, and but as the requirements started to ramp up, as Osmosis became more and more popular, it became apparent very quickly that the existing support network was not going to be sufficient to, make sure everyone's questions got answered in a timely manner. So John Patton, who's the head of growth at Osmosis, he tapped a couple people to, start a community-funded support network. That has grown. That's grown substantially, and we now have just over 20 support staff members across various networks. One important thing to remember about Osmosis is the most important thing, the North Star, if you will, is user experience, right? Mm-hmm. Osmosis aims to have the same user experience, the same ease of use as a centralized exchange, but obviously on a decentralized network. And part of that is having a support network that's around to answer questions as they come in and make sure that people are well supported, and don't have any difficulty using the platform. And that's kind of where we come in. Just recently, we launched our dedicated official Osmosis support website. Vlad, can I share my screen here? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. You can do that.
Okay.
Simultaneously with me.
I'm just gonna walk you guys through that really quickly here. And share that. Okay, so here we have the support website at support.osmosis.zone. Right here at the front, you'll see this big old chat with us button. If you click that, or down here at the little help you bot icon on the bottom right corner, you'll have a dedicated support chat that pops up. If you were to click new conversation, you could connect to a support lab moderation staff member. No matter where you are in the world, at any time of the day, someone will answer your question here. The reason that we did this is because, as everyone knows, scammers are just everywhere in this space. And if you ask a question on Telegram, odds are you're going to get 30 DMs from scammers, trying to get you to validate your wallet. Mm-hmm. This conversation widget sort of takes all of that away, right? If you know that if you click on this, you're getting support from someone that's on the support team, and it's private, no admins are going to be, or no scammers are going to be looking at this. We remove any chance of a scam basically happening, but through this website. In addition to that, we have FAQs, how to swap, things like that. You can get those questions answered. We have a suite of how-to videos. I'm not going to play these, but if you click on them here, you can you can look at how to use various features of Osmosis via video. And this is sort of like our V1 of the site, that just launched. But moving forward, we're going to be working closely with the Osmosis product team to revamp this site and essentially make it, bigger and better. It's going to have more interactive features. It's going to have things, similar to like Coinbase Earn, where you watch a video and you answer questions and maybe even earn some fun prizes because of that. So that's kind of the big flagship item that we shipped this last quarter. And then we'll be looking to improve it as we go on. And I will unshare my screen here.
Yeah, go on.
So yeah, looking forward, we're going to be working on improving the site and, just continuing to provide support that at this point Osmosis is famous for. I firmly believe we have one of the best support networks in crypto, period. And, that's something that we'd like to continue moving forward.
Okay, Robo, thanks a lot for the presentation of the website and of your team. And actually, I was like casually scrolling the Twitter threads, and I found an interesting statistics on the retention of users. I don't know if you've seen it or not, and it was comparing Solana, maybe some of the layer 2 solutions on Ethereum, and there was Osmosis there. And actually, Osmosis has the best retention rate of all of those networks, and this was pretty exciting to see. It means that people really like the experience on Osmosis, and they stay there.
Yeah, I have seen those statistics, and I think that that's something that's really, really exciting. It means that vision that Sunny and that the Osmosis DAO has for great UX being the North Star is actually working and generating some really positive attention towards Osmosis.
All right. I have to say that maybe some of the people that are listening to us, they don't know that Citadel.one has voted no on the proposal of Osmosis Support Lab. I'll explain it in more details. So we see those big numbers that are being requested from the teams, and we want to raise awareness to the question that currently all those proposals are not audited. Yeah, we are not saying that there is any looting or bad behaviors happening in particular proposals. It's just a sign, that something has to be more like something has to be done in auditing, in raising more awareness to such proposals. Many people are voting blindly. Yeah, so we want people to think and ask questions. So you know what I mean, right? We were talking in Osmosis Siberia chat about that.
Yeah.
And in relation to that,
I think that those are really fair objections. And there are being things that are worked on to help improve transparency. Already we do have a public Google Drive available for anyone to look at that shows where all of our payments are going. I know that Citadel does have some concerns about that with respect to anonymity of some of the recipients. But in addition to that, the Osmosis Grants Program has funded basically an accountability dashboard is what I'd like to call it for the various, not just for Osmosis itself, but for the various sub-DAOs, like the Support Lab, the Grants Program, the Ministry of Marketing. They funded that, I believe, as part of their second round of grant funding. We're still waiting on that to be released, but that's something that I'm really excited for. Obviously, we're not trying to hide anything from the community, so I'm all for more accountability tools, and this is going to be one of the bigger, ones. Some other things that I've kind of personally been considering are, for anyone that's familiar, Juno has on-chain smart contract sub-DAOs that are, they're essentially just multi-sigs, but they're on-chain. I believe Juno Prop 25 and 27 would be good examples of this. And how that works is the Juno governance has the admin keys to the multi-sigs contract, which means if there's any misbehavior or governance simply doesn't like the way that things are being done, governance can actually revoke funds from the multi-sig or essentially disband the multi-sig. That's something that I've kind of been toying with. I haven't pitched it to the other signers yet, but something that I think would be really cool to help raise accountability is to have the wallet live on chain. There are trade-offs to that as well, but I think that would go a long way towards additional accountability.
This sounds like the solution we were thinking inside, like internally in the team, like what kind of things can be done in relation to this. And on-chain wallet is the thing that I'm personally hearing the first time about that. But yeah, that sounds cool, and this can solve like many problems as well. We are already almost out of time, and so I had one more question to you. So one of the points in your proposals, as far as I remember, is in real life events. And can you tell a few words like about your experience on osmosis related in real life events, like how this helps osmosis grow, and what like are people from different ecosystems are coming asking questions when they see the boot, osmosis boot. I'm like,
Sure. Yeah, sure. So for starters, I haven't been to any of the events myself. We have another one of our signers, Claire, is very involved in this, and she's the one that really takes control of coordinating events on our end. But we do try for major events to send, at least one or two of our support staff that's interested in going to the event so that they can help answer people's questions live at the booth. And this always ends up being something that's just, super fun for new people that aren't familiar with osmosis. And I've got to give the Ministry of Marketing credit for this as well. They're the ones that really get the booth set up, and they help with all of this. So it's not just a support lab initiative. It's really headed up by marketing, and we provide support for them in that sense. But secondhand, what I hear from our support staff and from the other signers that do go is people absolutely love the booths every time. Marketing last time did a like a cool onboarding event where they created something like 100 wallets and pre-funded them with like 10 Osmo, and basically got people set up live there at the booth. They got to use their new wallet to do things on Osmosis, and I think that that's generated a lot of onboarding activity. Those events are always a really big hit, and people always say that Osmosis is one of their favorite one of their favorite booths.
Okay, that's great to hear. So I could have thought that it's actually on marketing. But yeah, as I understand, Support Lab also participates in that. Robo, that's all questions I had for you for Osmosis Support Lab. Thanks a lot for coming to the call, answering some related and non-related questions. It was really nice talking to you.
Of course, yeah. Thank you all for having me. I really enjoyed being here.
Now we are moving to our second guest, Maria. I hope you are still online with us. We are a bit late for.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Maria, can you once again introduce yourself and introduce Stakely a bit more in a bit more details, like what networks you validate and about your infrastructure and whatever you feel important to say.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Well, for start, I'm Maria. As I said before, I'm CEO of Stakely. I started in Stakely like 1 year ago, but Stakely really was born 2 years, in 2018, with two of the founders that came together in a Telegram group. But it wasn't until 2020 that the four founders of Stakely came together to create Stakely as we know it today. They started developing something more professional 2 years ago, as I said, and it was then when Stakely started to grow up. A year ago, we don't know how, but it started to grow fast. And for example, now we passed from being 4 people, 5 people a year ago, and now we are 13, which is for us incredible. We all work full remote. We are based everywhere, like Spain, France, Portugal, and Venezuela too. And well, for us, it's incredible to think that this Stakely that 2 years ago could become the Stakely of today, which validates for 39 networks. And well, we started doing it as a hobby, and somehow we are still doing it as a hobby nowadays, but in a more professional way. Well, nowadays we count on business developer, DevOps developers, graphic designer, content creators, and researchers, so that we can contribute to the community as at the same time that we keep evolving our product and developing new tools. For example, we have developed some tools for the community. All of them are free tools. Some of them are our load balancer. Well, this tool is more focused on developers. It uses a list of RPCs and LCDs that detects which endpoints are working and which are not, so that it can distribute different queries between them. And this way, we can ensure a good connection for the server or not that is using our load balancer API. For example, we have developed this for FMOS, Agoric, Terra, Cosmos, and several ones. And well, nowadays I think that we are handling more than 2 million requests per day. So I encourage everyone to use it because it really helps when using a network or when using Kepler or MetaMask, for example, that sometimes it's not the network which is failing, it's the RPC. So it can help somehow. For example, we also developed different projects for other blockchains. For example, for LTO, the blockchain for which we started validating. In fact, we also developed the Ledger app. That was Ignacio, our CTO. And also we have the faucet, which is the star tool, we can say, because it sends a minimum amount of tokens from the requested network to enable new users that are coming to a blockchain, to a new blockchain, for which they don't have tokens enough to pay the fees, so that they can start in there at no cost. Okay, so it is a tool that requires no cost at all for the user, and it's mainly founded by ourselves. Okay, it's us who fulfill the Faucet wallet. But sometimes are the blockchain, the projects that want to use a Faucet for their community. So in that case, are the projects that send us tokens for that. So it's kind of a mix of collaborations there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I wanted to talk
Yeah.
about the faucet in more details, as like we have many users of the platform, and sometimes we have questions like, oh, where would I find tokens for commission to claim my tokens? Yeah, I've staked them all. So what should I do now? And yeah, Stakely provides this solution, which is pretty cool. Solution, and we definitely have some questions of how it works. Yeah, and you already told that you are funding it yourself, and some of the other companies are helping you with the funding. Um also, I had some few questions about that. The first one it was, how do you verify users on your end? Is there like a manual process for that or whatever?
Yeah. Well, actually, when we first started with this faucet, we realized that there were a lot of people trying to cheat the faucet to
Yeah.
get free tokens, because it was, people think that a faucet is to get free tokens. But no, then we tried to create an algorithm based on a scoring system that focus on different factors. For example, we take into account the wallet balance or the user Twitter account, because you need to publish a tweet, and then we can determine if this user is a bot or not, because as I mentioned before, when we first started, there were a lot of bot accounts. So it's a scoring system that we can reveal more details, because otherwise we would probably have to improve the algorithm again
Yeah, for
in
sure.
a few days. Yeah, but we always encourage those users whose faucet is not working to contact us via Twitter, email, or Telegram, no matter where or when, and we can review this particular case, because sometimes this algorithm thinks a real user is a bot, for example. So we can check it in check each particular case. So feel free, everyone who is hearing us today, to reach out to our team, and we'll be more than happy to help you.
Is it like the whole process is automatic, using the algorithm, or there is some manual work in it still?
No, it is automatic. Well, you have to first pass the CAPTCHA. Okay, there's a CAPTCHA first, then you have to click to verify the wallet address. If it's okay, if it's the right wallet address, then you jump on the second step. And the second step is when you have to publish the tweet on Twitter, and then we take this when in each Twitter, in each tweet published, we have a request ID, so that the user can after that reply with a request ID to request for support. But once we got this tweet, we send a message through the interface to the user saying that if it's okay, we are sending funds, or if there is an error, we usually say if maybe it can be a network error, or maybe a verification error. So in that case, we always recommend the user to reply to our team and to contact us, so we can discuss it and we can validate it. But it's everything done automatically through the interface.
Okay, thanks, Maria, for explaining all this process. Well, I've got a couple of more questions. Yeah, so I've seen you provide faucets for many networks, and some of them I saw that they are off, and some of them are on. Off, it means it's coming soon, or sometimes you turn them on, turn them off? How does it work? I mean, not how does it work, but you are constantly adding new faucets, right? So it's work in progress.
Yeah, no, it means actually that the faucet is empty because sometimes, for security reasons, we don't fill the faucet wallet with a lot of tokens. So we created a alert system. So when a faucet get empty, we fulfill it again. But it depends sometimes of the blockchain. Maybe we deactivate it if we think there is an error there and we have to fix it, or maybe we are it's in maintaining process or something like that. So in this case, we try to deactivate it before, or if not, if it's empty, it appears as unavailable, I think. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for
in case there are
go on, sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's in case there are funds, it appears as available, and if there are not, in general, it means that there is no funds.
Okay, cool. Thanks very much. And can you tell us a few words on how your teams, how you envision the future of Stakely, of the application Faucet? Maybe there is something even more interesting can be done out of this, or it's just straightforward use case that will continue to be like this.
We think we'll keep for sure developing new tools for users. So this time it was a faucet, but maybe in the future we can create something more. We always hear the user needs. So we'll be more than happy to hear any suggestion. And for sure, our future, I think it's mainly focused on educating people and trying to help people to come to this world. So that's what we're trying with those tools. And that's why we will keep trying with future tools. So as I mentioned before, we accept any suggestion, and we'll be more than happy to work together with other projects like Citadel and more projects that are open to work together with more people in the ecosystem.
Yeah, thanks a lot. From our side, I can say that it's an interesting use case. Yeah, and as you know, we have like App Store on our platform. So right now there are not many apps there. It's like Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Osmosis, SafeChain, governance tool. But we are definitely looking into integrating more tools inside of it. And Stakely is also an interesting use case. So might be interesting to integrate it inside the platform. Like natively. And we are soon releasing our developers center, where users will be able to submit their products, the GitHub repositories. Then there is some review process, and then the application appears, like all the interface on our platform. Yeah, so this might be like an interesting use case on the platform. Because
Sounds great,
sometimes users do need to pay commissions when they don't have them.
Yeah. We
All
have
right.
been all there.
Yeah. Is there maybe anything else you would like to share with the community? Any news about your validator, or anything else that is upcoming and you feel important to share?
Well, for now, we also added new blockchains like, for example, Stripe or Quicksilver whenever it launched. But feel free to contact us if you ever need support, or if you ever need to know something from us. We encourage every user to use, of course, our validator, but also to use our free tools. They are free, so let's keep growing this ecosystem. So that's all I have to say. I think. But thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for inviting us here today.
Yeah, thanks.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks very much. Also from our side, I should say that Stakely is supported on Citadel.one platform as a validator, and I encourage people stake some part of their tokens with Stakely. Guys are really doing some cool things on their side. And one more question: is your validator supported on Restake application?
Yeah. We also support auto restake application. Actually, we have just enabled persistence, and soon we also enable strike, which I think it's already available on Kepler to stake. I mentioned this because you already said before that, but I think that we can now stake Stride.
Stride, yeah, is it already available?
Yeah, I think it.
Let me take a look on the min scan. Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
No, I can see that the amounts are not changing. Probably it's like Genesis allocation, as I don't see.
Maybe.
Like those who had their tokens allocated from Genesis maybe could stake some amount. Yeah. Also, yeah, I can see Stakely here.
Yeah.
Also, I would like to mention that all networks where you are validating are available on Citadel.one, and also users can auto-restake their tokens with your validator on Citadel.one. It's a bit different auto-restake. Yeah, we pay commissions for all validators, no matter if they support auto-restaking or not. Yeah, so we support all validators and including Stakely in those blockchains that you are present.
Great.
Yeah, so take your chance and auto stake with Stakely and with Citadel.one. Okay, Maria, thanks very much for this wonderful conversation, for showing around your project. We have some people that are online here. Guys, have you got any questions to Maria or to myself, to any other participants? If you do have, please voice your question here now. All right. If we don't have any questions, then we can wrap up. And we also promised that we will announce some really cool giveaway from Citadel.one team. And this giveaway is about Cosmoverse. We have 3 tickets to this event. And we are really willing to give them away to the people. The terms of the giveaway will be published very soon. So subscribe to our Twitter account or to our Telegram account to know how to participate in this event and get a ticket to Cosmoverse. Maria, by the way, is anyone of your team coming to Cosmoverse?
We would like to, but finally we won't be able to be there. It's a pity, but not this year.
Okay.
I know it would be awesome, but no.
All right. If it's about the ticket, then you can also participate. We have 3.
Thank you.
All right. So thanks very much, everyone, for coming here. Again, subscribe to our news not to miss the giveaway. I will share the the file that I was looking at and reading all the news from to the chat, and also the video will be available pretty soon. I'm sorry that we haven't posted the first video just yet, but it's coming either today or tomorrow, and the second video will follow it. Thanks, Maria. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day, evening ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time.